Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out some bits from Huda Beauty. She's just launched a new foundation and also released some new little eyeshadow palettes. So I picked up both, obviously, and it's the first time I've ever tried anything from Huda Beauty. I've never tried any of her makeup line before, so it's completely first impressions, new launch to me, new brand to me. So I picked up the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation. Now I got this one from Selfridges because on the morning of the launch, the shades that I wanted went out of stock pretty quickly, and the one I ended up with was Toffee, which is 420G, and I'm guessing that stands for golden. And I was kind of in two minds between this one and the 430, which I think is gingerbread, and I think that was an N, might be 430N, and the Toffee shade was in stock, so I just grabbed it while I could, and this was £32, which is pretty steep. But I do believe you get quite a bit of product in this one. This is 35 mils, so normal foundations are about 30 mils, so she's giving you quite a bit extra in this one. And then I bought the Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. Now these ones literally launched like, I think it was like last week or something, and I bought these off Cult Beauty. For the size, I was pretty shocked when they arrived because I paid £25 each. So these palettes literally came to £50, and I was expecting them to be a lot bigger. When they actually arrived, I didn't realise how small they are. They're literally like smaller than my hand. But it's kind of good because I did want to bring some palettes with me travelling, and they are really good size, but at the same time I was like, oh, is that it? Okay. I bought the Smoky Obsessions palette, and I also bought the MAUVE Obsessions palette. I didn't actually pick up the primer that she launched. I think it was the Complexion Perfection primer, which was quite pricey. I think it was about £27. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But when my foundation arrived, it actually came with a little sample of the primer, which I think is actually a really nice thing to do. So they've given me this like sachet of the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection pre-makeup base primer. So pretty fair amount to test it out at least once, maybe twice, depends how much you want to use. This is the foundation. So this is Toffee, and the packaging is so pretty. Literally, it's got a kind of fading gradient effect. It's a plastic casing, that's the only thing. I thought for £32, comparing it to your double wear and, you know, your kind of Armani foundations, you'd expect a bit of a glass packaging. It does look luxurious, however it doesn't exactly feel it, but you are getting more product than an average foundation. 35 mils, normally 30 in every other foundation. Pretty good. So I'm not going to be going out anywhere. I can't actually do a wear test on this foundation today because I'm not actually going anywhere. I just want to kind of show you my first impressions and how it looks on the skin. However, I can leave a little bit of an update in the description box when I've worn it a few more times. And then just to quickly show you the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. So this is the palette. It's really cute. Even on camera the pans look really big, but in person I'm literally just looking at everything like miniature, tiny. And then as you can see in the Smoky palette, it did actually arrive a tiny bit broken, which literally had me panicking. I was like, oh my god, no, 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 like, is this going to survive coming on holiday with me? As you can see, the gold one's kind of smashed a little bit, which is obviously down to Cult Beauty and their packaging because it was only in a cardboard box and wrapped in tissue paper. I'm glad it didn't actually completely break, but you can just kind of see a bit of the mess that it's made on the side. So do be really careful with these palettes. Obviously the metallic ones are a lot more fragile. So I'm just going to quickly pop on an eye base and then we'll be right back to test out the eyeshadows. So I've just primed my eyes with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer and I've used it in the shade Golden 40. So I think today I'm going to be using the Smoky Obsessions palette. So this is the cool tone kind of colour palette. I really want to try and use that silver. So first of all, I'm going to be taking that lightest shade in the palette. I'm going to be using my Crown C441 Pro Blending Crease Brush. So because it's quite a light colour, obviously it doesn't show up amazing on me, but it will be a nice transition colour for a lot of you. So we've gone in with this one, and then next I'm going to use this one because it's the kind of next one up. I'm going to be using this kind of fluffy brush. I'm just going to pop that into the crease. Okay, it's actually not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. Considering how dark it looks in the pan on my eye. Where the pigment though? Okay. That's literally me building it up. Like, I don't know how many times I've just put that into my crease. I think they blend out really easily, but I just don't think it's very pigmented. I feel like it's just blending, almost blending away when you put it on. So I'm kind of surprised with, after all of this like fallout, that it's not really that pigmented. So I'm like, Okay, so I'm going to go in with the next darkest shade on the same brush and put that on the outer corners. This one's a bit more pigmented. You can see there. Oh, that one's so much better. I'm kind of taking it halfway onto my eyelid as well, because I'm going to try and do a half cut crease. And then once again go in with the first brush that we used with the lighter transition colour and just help to blend that out. Okay, so this is the eyes that we've got so far. I'm not loving it. So far out of the 3 colours we've used, this one's been the best one, but it's just because it's the darkest. That one shows up really grey. It kind of does look grey on there, but it just took ages to build it up. This one doesn't show up on me. So I'm just going to be taking a Morphe M507 brush and I'm going to be using the black in the palette. So let's see how pigmented this one is, because I've heard in all of the other palettes the black shadow in them are really pigmented. Like, loads of people love them. Oh, that's pigmented. Like, see, where's this been for the brown shade? Or am I just being harsh? I don't even know. And then with the previous brush, we're going to go in with that dark brown again and just blend the black out. Just going back into each colour and blending out the edges, because I feel like these shades are just hard to blend. I'm not sure if the MAUVE palette would be the same. So I'm just going to use my Colourpop concealer again to do a half cut crease. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this onto my MAC 242 brush, which is what I use to carve out my brows as well. I'm just going to do a bit of a half cut crease. And I have hooded eyes, so I like to go a little bit higher than my natural crease. So it basically is like a really chunky, glittery pigment. And it's going on a lot better with a flat packing brush. And you could probably use a bit of a glitter glue as well. I think you could also go with a bit of a base colour, because I can kind of see a bit of the concealer underneath the silver. But overall, with the right brush, it's pretty nice. I'm actually going to take the 317 wing liner brush from Zoeva, and I'm going to use the black eyeshadow to kind of line my lash line as well. And that is very black. You can see that already. It looks like I've got liner on. Right, so I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. So the little sample they gave me should be enough to see how this kind of feels. It looks like moisturiser. It has a scent to it of like, it smells a bit cinnamony. I don't know if that's just me. If you've got the primer and you think it smells cinnamony, comment down below what do you actually think it smells of. And it feels quite sticky, so obviously because it's sticky, I'm guessing the foundation will stick quite nicely to it. Now we're going to go in with the Huda Beauty foundation. So like I said, this is in the shade Toffee 420G, and it does come with a pump, and it's quite thick. has a perfumed smell to it. Well, it's a lot better under my eye, that's for sure. And I haven't put loads on. The colour is a tiny bit light for me, as you can see there. As I probably set it into place, it will probably match quite well. But I do tend to like to go a bit lighter with my foundation shades. It's not looking cakey on the skin, I'm not gonna lie. It's not really emphasising my pores or anything. It just looks like a really nice full coverage foundation. It does feel really lightweight as well. So this is the skin up close. It's done well to cover my blemish. It does look pretty flawless on the skin. Evened out all of my kind of hyperpigmentation, and obviously evened out everything. It does feel quite lightweight. So I'm just going to finish up the rest of my face and you can kind of see the whole look all in one. So I'll be right back. So this is the finished look for today. So overall I am really loving the foundation. My skin looks pretty much flawless. It's covered all my pigmentation and any blemishes I had. The colour is now kind of evened up a bit better now I've got my bronzer on and my concealer and everything else. So it looks like it matches, but I could always go in with the 430 shade. As for the eyeshadow palette, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. Like, even though it has kind of come out really nicely, I think the transition shades were a bit of a dud, but then the darker the colours got, the more pigmented that they kind of were. But my favourite thing so far that I've tried from Huda Beauty is the foundation. The primer, obviously I can't say much about the primer because I haven't worn it for long, but it has made the foundation sit really nicely. It's kind of stuck to my face. I don't feel like I've got anything on my skin. So that's the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!